Hello, Divine Sunshiners. This is Divine Sunshine coming to you a reading for the water signs of the Divine Twin Flame Collective. What is my lesson for this week? So, this is a new feature that I'm having. I'm no longer doing the Divine Feminine and then come back and do the Divine Masculine. We are trying to focus in on our lessons so we can use that as our arsenal and a tool to know what we need to do as far as our spiritual work. Since I am a teacher that has came to me, so I am going to help you with lessons to see what you need to focus in with the spirit and the universe, my higher self and my guides and my angels helping me to help the Twin Flame Collectives and through astrology to know what do we need to focus in on. So if you would like a reading with me, remember go to my website divinetwinsoul11.com, hit the services page, hit the click online, book online, button, and then you will go to my services page. On that, you will be able to book a reading there. Remember, I'm having the $5 holla special about what is my purpose, which is a 15-minute read, just to kind of generally give you pinpoint as to what is your purpose. Okay, so let's go on to the reading. So this is for the water sign clear collective. What is our lessons that we got to learn for this week? So remember, this is general. If you'd like to know what your lesson is, you book a reading with me. So now we have for the Divine Feminine what she needs to work for as far as water, and what does the Divine Masculine this week need to work on as far as lessons. Okay. Divine Feminine, water sign, you need to work on God of Battle. So you've got to get a little more Aries bite about yourself. I know a lot of times water signs looking at you say, y'all little team too much. Y'all be doing too much. What I forgot my friend that I just learned about in class, he was saying that. I know we're saying you're doing the most, but it was something else. I gotta text him and see. You might say, "What is that saying you said?" So with that, and so you got to become team too much. Although you don't like to water sign, you all are most so kind of emotional things, but you gotta get some fire and be a god of action, getting to battle about things. That's the lesson you gotta learn this week. Also, with this week we have here is for the Divine Masculines in the water sign, codependency. Now, right now it's saying you being very independent, so you're not having any codependency issues because this came in reverse. This is start. I'm hearing the spirits also, but it could be some of you all that here sometimes it comes reverse. That means to really some of you all are having major codependency issues, and that's one of your lessons that you got to deal with and learn with this week. God of wisdom, you got to be a little bit more in your decision making. I'm picking up that you're doing things that you got to do it based upon not just off the seat of your pants, but it's really got to be, you got to research and really think it out historically what has happened, because sometimes I know as divine as masculines, you don't have a habit of, nah, we just going right near my seat and pants, this feel good, this is what we doing, this is what we going with. Okay, stop. I want you to think about, to me this reminds me of history. So what I do today, how is it going to affect my future, which becomes my history? So how is the decisions that I'm doing, like I'm doing the scroll, this means this is going to be remembered from time on, from this date on, from today's date, from 2018. This is going to be remembered all the way down for years to come after 2018. So start thinking about when you make a decision. This is what you got to learn. This is your lesson that, okay, now when I do this, how am I going to be remembered for this decision? Or how am I going to remember this decision? Am I going to like the repercussions about what I did? Or I'm going back and say, God, if I could go back in time, I sure enough would change that decision. Okay, so that's the way you got to start thinking about. Got to be more forward thinking, more forward. Remember historically what has happened in history, and then how is that going to affect me. Okay, and then also the next card is inner child. So we got to kind of work on some inner child work. water signs. Okay, so you got to look at seeing, because once you heal and do this for you, you're going to be able to heal the same thing for the divine feminine as well. So that's the lessons you got to learn. You got to work on this, the healing of the divine child, your inner child. Gain some wisdom. Remember about your decisions of what you're doing, that you're making sure that how does it affect me historically. That means I'm writing this down in the scroll of life. Is this something that I would want to erase years down the line? And also we got to work on being our independence, just standing firm right where we are, and pretty much if I know the water signs, a lot of times, you kind of can stand on your own, but you kind of have that emotional ties to it, and if you're emotionally tied to it very heavily, that's going to cause an issue, okay, with that. So now let's look at the next thing. What do we need to surrender in order for this life lesson here? Okay, clear. For the divine feminines, what do we need to, water sign, what do we need to surrender for that? Okay, for the divine masculine, what do we need to surrender? Okay, you got quite a bit. How many? No, that's a little bit too much. What do we need to surrender? They say, no, this is what I said. Okay, all right. We ain't going to argue with that. What's the purpose of this lesson? What is the purpose of this lesson for the divine masculine water sign? Problems with that, I could see that later. And what is the life change this is going to bring about for the divine feminine? And what life change was this bring on for the divine masculine of the water sign? Okay, so now let's look at this. So now, what you need to surrender, divine feminines of the water signs, is surrender your attachment to results. The formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen, then let go of the results. Holding too tight lead to a desired outcome can sabotage it. Okay, so now with that, what it's saying is, to me, it's saying, okay, you're going to battle. You feeling you're going to do, you got to do your lesson this week is you got to learn to take action. You got to really go get control of that emotions, as water sign, and just going in there for what you know. Forget about, but my feelings might get hurt and all that stuff. Bump that, put that to the side, and just say, I'm going to go in there with pure abandonment about everything. Okay, so you do that. Okay, so you don't forget about it. You're going to sabotage whatever it is. That's what you got to surrender. Surrender to the attachment of that. The purpose of this lesson coming along for that. So once you get that lesson, that's your lesson, you need to surrender that in order to get that action going on for your lesson for this week. So the purpose of this coming into your life is to help you to learn how to practice. That's true. Practice being more in this warrior stance, becoming this military about fighting for things and just saying, doing things with pure abandonment and forgetting about what's the repercussions of my decision. So you got to practice it and practice it regularly. You're going to learn freedom through this lesson, okay? And this lesson of being a true warrior and surrendering to the attachments to that. You're free to do whatever. That's why I say learn how to do with things with free, no abandonment about this, okay? You're going to come into light and love through this. What's the purpose of this? Is because your purpose is to bring divine healing, light, and love to this world. And if you're scared about everything and scared about doing things, and you scared about, well, if I do this, they gonna laugh at me, and if I do this, they ain't gonna accept me, and all that stuff. That's not your purpose. Your purpose is light and love. Well, let the universe worry about what the repercussions of it is gonna be. And then also, animals. You understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance as the animals are part of your life work. Okay, I know what it is. Oh, this is your purpose. You got to be, some of you might have to find yourself become connected with a totem animal. So I'm going to become like that lion when I think about this taking action. I'm going to become like this cheetah, have speed and ability. I'm going to become like this hawk and be able to just really pinpoint and target and hone in and see things with keen eyesight, or becoming like this fox and become very clever in how you do it, or become like a butterfly, transform myself doing the thing. So you might be finding yourself taking on your own mascot in this life lesson. So okay, this week I'm gonna work with the spirit of cat. I'm gonna learn how to land on my feet and don't worry how life throws me. I got it. I'm gonna land regardless, because that's what cats do. So this is what I'm thinking, as this life purpose, which is tied to an animal, become like that totem animal spirit that's gonna help you go on with that. Okay, and then also, what is your life changes is going to occur from you getting this lesson and doing these things, and your purpose is you're going to have realizations and epiphanies. This is what's going to happen as far as your life changes. It's going to happen this week. So that's kind of self-explanatory. Realizations about yourself, what empowerment, like, oh my God, I'm seeing myself through whole new eyes. I didn't know I was even capable of this, and you'll find this out. Like, what does this divinity do, for you spread your wings? So you're going to have epiphanies, spiritual things, enlightenments, and things are going to come to you. And then it says, keep the faith. It won't even be, because this came in reverse. So it goes two ways. You can be keeping the faith about yourself a long time, not even keeping the faith. I would say you're building faith as you're doing these things. We got the purple here, which is using your third eye, which is going to really help you to envision and seeing yourself. How do you see yourself getting these things? How you see yourself doing these things? Okay, and then also join in. This can go two ways. This came in reverse. This could be you finding yourself being with other divine, gravitating your soul family, helping you out. Or you might be saying, just like my mom, she's a true Pisces. She's like, I don't want, and right now I can entertain my own self. Let me deal and get the information for myself before I go out there. And so you might be finding yourself that since it came in reverse, you don't want to join anybody else. Right now you want to deal with those things and empower yourself before you take it out there into the masses. Okay, as far as what you're doing with the divine masculines, water sign, you got to surrender to play. Stop being so serious about things. And so say, take a break from overthinking a goal, do something fun, play as a time of recreation, rejuvenation. So really you got to, you getting wisdom about these things. These are your lessons about, remember what they say, all work and no play makes a dull boy don't know how to play. So you need to be able to do those things, which is to find some playtime, get in touch with that inner child. And that's probably what they're saying about that surrender to play. Get in touch with that inner child. Talk to your inner child, your inner boy, and see back then, what is it that I had somebody did some kind of exercise, I remember, for me, where they were saying, talk and ask yourself. I think that's Cassidy for Twin Flame 1111. And say, on one exercise, have your twins meet each other as children, hug each other, see what things that you want to forgive. You pretend you got this box in front of you, and then there's your child, you as yourself, you meet at this fountain. And so your child self and you kind of talk about some things that you want to put into this cardboard box. And so you put the things, like it says, any things that happened to his child that you really don't want to still hold on to, and then you put into this box those feelings. You put it in there, and then you pretend you and your childlike self see it explode. And then you just ask again, is there anything else you'd like to put in the box? And they'll say, whatever it is, you put it in, you explode. Then you go over as the divine masculine, you go over and visit your divine feminine, and you ask her, is there anything that as a child, is there anything you would like to help her with? Is there anything you can help her with to get rid of? And then you all put things in the box, repeat the same thing over again. And then when it's over with, you say, okay, since we did that together, do you want to go meet, my younger version of me, my child has somebody I want to meet? And you take your divine counterpart, feminine, over to meet your divine counterpart, masculine self as a child, and both of them meet together, and they kind of, you kind of observe and see how they meet each other. They meet each other kind of scared, or they run into each other doing color purple, mama, tay, ta ta, whatever, my tea, ta ta, you and I should never part. Are they doing that? Or you sitting back and you saying, okay, they like, I don't want to talk to him. And you say, okay, well, we got some healing to do. So that's where you take it from there. Just the playfulness. That's one way you can do the healing of the inner child on both sides. Another way you can do that is, again, ask yourself after, I think after the exercise is over with, I'm forgetting, you ask your inner child self, is it something we did that exercise, it seemed like it was successful, we learned something, even if we don't. Is it something that you would like me to do that would satisfy your child? I mean, one time I told myself I want some ice cream. So I went into Baskin Robbins, went and got me some ice cream, had me a little sundae, and something about me, I could feel like the little inner child's like, yay, we got some ice cream. Ooh, wee. So, you might find yourself doing that for your child. So you find out what it is. Maybe they might say, let's go play some basketball. Say, oh, I ain't been on court. Yeah, me being CEO of this company, and I ain't did that, yeah, let's go find somebody to play one-on-one with. That's the inner child. So you'll see what things you might want to do. Do something, inner child work. Okay, next one. Surrender comparisons with others. Keep your eye trained on yourself. Focus on your own strength, attractiveness, and power. Right now you don't have codependency. Right now you're working on your own independence. So I want to say, stop really struggling. I think sometimes water signs have a lot of self-doubt about itself. They just really ain't anybody else competition with anybody else, but it's that self-doubt that can get the best of them. So I would say learn how to surrender comparisons with where you think you should be and you're not there. You understand? If I'm saying it right, you just saying this. Well, I should be like this. I say by age 21, I'm supposed to be this. I ain't accomplished none of that. Look at me. Look at where I'm at. Okay, stop. You comparing about where you think you should be, and you're not, and that's kind of bringing you down. So that's why I would say that would be that, because that was in reverse. This is surrender creativity. Let your imagination source stay open. I wouldn't even say that, because right now it says it's about getting wisdom. So I'm saying it's a reality check here. So really check what things you are creating in your reality, in your world, and check that. And then also surrender to inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. That too, but then it came in reverse. And I will also say, and see how you can find the peace on the outside as well too, because you got a lot of inner things, and I would say you would need to kind of create a balance. Don't let all this inner work. Don't forget about what's happening on the outside, because sometimes you could be doing all the greatest of inner work, and then you go talk to a co-worker, a family member, and boy, can they come by and dismantle everything that you done daggone worked hard on, and you say, I thought I had worked on that, and say, nope, they remind me I ain't did not diddly squat. Okay, so oracle and cards. You are able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and others. This can go by also watching channels that's like this. They have cards. That's going to kind of maybe help you to kind of get some insight about these lessons about how you get more wisdom about things. It's codependency, how to become more independent, how you can heal your inner child, get you maybe a reading. They say oracle, somebody that use cards and maybe kind of help you know directly what you need to heal as an inner child. Once you get these lessons for this week, healing of this inner child, getting in touch with your wisdom, true wisdom, and also being more focused on yourself and depending on yourself, you'll have retirement. Which means you can find yourself to say you done earned all this, you done did all this hard work. And that's funny, they got surrender to play, which means the same thing like this. Is just learn how to do your hard work, but then find ways how you can rest. Take a time out. When people retire, they just living off of their good deeds, their works, things that they had, build their little nest egg with their money, and be able to just really retire and rest after you've done all this work, because that's a lot of work. You're doing a lot of inner work, and that takes a lot of work, and so you're going to have to kind of just find some time out. Okay, what does the universe want to say? clear. All right, universe wants to say to the water sign feminine. Universe wants to say to the water sign masculine. For you, feminine, the universe is saying this: obstacles are detours in the right direction. So even though you're saying this might be, to you, this might be an obstacle to be firing up your jets and getting like this armor and you become like the goddess of god of war and getting into battle. This might be a lot of action, obstacle to you. But remember, these things, although you're getting redirected in another direction of how you handle things in life, this is going to be very helpful for you. And then also in the universe, my fearless freedom lights up the world. So look like y'all could have switched. No, but anyway, you need to, and they told you to find freedom in one of these cards anyway. So all of this say play, retirement, surrender to play, surrender to inner peace, all that. So this speaks to you as well. So that was very good reading for you all water signs, divine masculines and divine feminines. If you like a reading with me, go to my website divinetwinsoul11.com, where you could get a reading with me. We had a $5 house special, which is What Is My Purpose, for a 15-minute read. Hit on the book, go to my services page, hit on the book online, click on that, and you'll be able to book online from there. All right, so until then, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay elevated. Namaste, namago.